Hi everyone, welcome to Trade Brains. So let us come to the Nifty and the Bank Nifty chart and we analyze the level for tomorrow. Okay. So for the first thing, let us go to yesterday's level. So what we thought and what happened today in the market. So we were very clear with the view that if the market opened flat today, then we'd get a upside momentum, right? Or if the market breaches or goes for a gap down, we can see a heavy selling out there. So let us see where the market has opened today. So if you see very clearly, market has opened near about this area, right? So it is a completely flat area to open. So if you see the highs, it is yesterday's highs were near about 14,660 and the market opened around 14,680 in that range. So it is completely a flat opening, and after that it made a price action and it started moving up, right? And gave a closing out here. Okay, so the analysis were on point according to our yesterday. So now let us see how Bank Nifty has moved. So Bank Nifty also had a similar kind of move. If we see, it has opened completely fat, almost like 20-30 points, 40 points gap up. So we could have initiated our buy trade and we would have gotten very good momentum upside. Okay, the same thing went for both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now let us look at what can happen tomorrow and let us find out the levels from there. Okay, so let's come to the open interest data. So this is our open interest data for this monthly expiry. So if we see here, so if you guys are not familiar with open interest, so I will make a separate video on what is open interest. But from this graphical representation, you would understand in which areas the option writers or the option sellers have made their position. Okay, so if you see yesterday, right? Yesterday, so if you see yesterday, most of the calls were written, but more of that puts were less number of puts were written. That means less number of puts were sold. But today if you see at 14,800, 14,700, 14,600 on all these levels, huge put writings were available, right? So huge number of puts were sold by various peoples. That means it shows a confidence that market would not come down. Okay, so for example, if you see the highest put that is been sold was of 14,600, 14,650, and even the puts were added on 14,800, 700 also. So that means 14,800 and 700 is the strong support, we would say. So the retail investors, DIIFIs, whatever it is, so they are planning, the most of the retail investors or whatever the traders you would say, they have confidence on 14,700 levels. They are expecting Nifty to stay above 14,700 on this particular expiry, that is tomorrow, this monthly expiry. Similarly, calls was written on which levels? At 15,000 level, 15,050 levels. Okay, so this is the area where calls were written. So if you see, highest call interest is on this part, 15,050, and the highest put interest is various puts were written. So any levels that is below 14,700, there is a huge put writing over here. So put writing is basically, I'm repeating once more, put writing is nothing but selling of puts. Okay, where the option sellers sells the particular options, either it is from call side or the put side, they have sold. What is the current situation of the market? They have sold maximum number of puts. That means market has a very good support in the lower side, and you can see very well that in call side there is no huge call writing are there. Call writing, it is not there because market has a momentum of going upward. Market is very bullish according to the data points. Okay, so let us see some other factors also. So let us come to the max pen. So what is max pen? Max pen is nothing but a level where I would say the buyers will lose the maximum money. That means not the not the retail buyers or anything like that, but the option buyers will lose the maximum money. So if you see, the max pen is around 14,750. What it defines is that market has a tendency or the stability to stay above or very near to 14,750. This is the area where maximum option buyers will lose money. I repeat, maximum buyers will lose money. Who makes money in the market? Okay, so obviously the option sellers, they sells different at the money, out of the money, put and the call options, right? So according to that, the max pen comes out. Max pen is 14,750. So 14,750 is nothing but where the market can end up, or market can move upside also. So you can, one very clear thing is max pain. If the max pain moves upward, we can say the market is on a bullish trend. If max pain falls, we would name like market is going down. Okay, so yesterday max pain was around 14,600, 550 like that, but it has moved. Max pain is moving at a great rate. 14,750 is the max pain rate, so that is a good sign for a bullish move. Okay, so our open interest data is very positive. The max pain is also very positive. Now let us come to the FI and the DI data that happened, that came up today. Okay, so if we see here, this is the FI data and this is the DI data. Okay, so if you see today, right? Today both the FII and the DII have bought in the market. So if you see for the last 7 to 8 days, this is the last 7 to 8 days. In last 7 to 8 days, FII were the net sellers in the market. Okay, they have like sold huge number of quantities in the market, but if you see the DII has bought more quantities than what they have sold. Okay, so they were the main reason that supported the market. Okay, so FII were completely negative on our market, but today if you see there is a huge change. The FII has bought and similarly the DII has bought. Okay, so there is a huge change in the market analysis. So if you see in the last 1 month, like from March, I'm saying from March to April, almost like out of this 30 trading session, if you see almost 26 or maybe 25 trading session FI have sold. Okay, they didn't have bought, so like they are continuously selling for a month. Okay, they are continuously selling for a month, and DIIs are continuously buying. So this clearly says that DIIs or the mutual funds or what domestic institutions are clearly investing in the market. Okay, so this is a very good sign. Always remember two things, that FIIs buying or FIIs selling always stays for a short term period. So if the market is falling, FIIs will sell for a short term. Okay, and for long term, if you see, always follow the DIIs, that is the domestic institutions. So if the domestic institutions are continuously buying, that is a very good term for the long term picks. Okay, and similarly if the FIIs is selling continuously, you would understand for a short period of time market would fall. So that's what happened. Okay, in the previous few months, maybe April, March and April, this only happened. But now you see the DIIs started buying, and similarly the FIIs are also on the same page. Okay, so once more, let us come to the open interest. Here, if you see one more thing, the 15,050 has the highest call writings. Okay, so that means market is being predicted that tomorrow it will be below 15,050 level. Most of the option sellers are predicting this, but beyond, like if the market opens with a huge gap up, these option sellers will be in panic and they will start shifting the calls upside. So upside momentum will be very good if the market opens in a like flat or positive. Okay, similarly for the downside also the panic is there, because if you see in downside, most of the put writings are there. So near about at the money 14,700 put, 14,800, all the puts were written. Okay, or the puts were sold. So anywhere if the market like goes for a gap down, it would be a huge sell off. Okay, so now let us come to the chart and see our data points. Okay, from here what we have got is 15,050 is the highest level for tomorrow, and the lowest level I would say 14,700, somewhere like that. Okay, 14,550 I guess, 550 or yeah, 14,550. So let us come to the chart. Okay, and immediately what we'll do, we saw the highest call, right? Highest call writing is on 15,050 level. So let us mark that level so that it will be easier for us to predict what can happen. So 15,050 level. So this is the 15,050, and if you come to the lower side, the 14,550. Okay, so near about this part. So if you see here, like what it is coming up, so this is the maximum support that the market will get tomorrow, and this is the maximum resistance that market can face out there. Okay, so this is the area where maximum like calls are written, and this is the area where maximum puts are written. Now let us come to like what should we do tomorrow, and let's be very clear about it. So tomorrow there is only good opportunity when Nifty crosses this particular area and opens up. It has to, there should be a flat opening, and Nifty crossing this particular level will be marking the level after some time. And if this level is breached, Nifty can easily move up to this particular level, that is 15,000 level. We can see it tomorrow maybe. So 15,000 is very near. We can see it tomorrow itself. Or if the market opens in a negative tone, just ignore the market. Don't even like plan to sell or do anything, just ignore it. Okay, don't plan for any selling, always follow the trend, go for the upside trend only. So if you see here, yesterday we have drawn this particular trend line also, right? So if you expand this particular trend line, it is very clear that if the trend line is broken, it can come down very fast. Okay, and then it can come down here, here also it can come down, but we're not planning for that because the overall the data are very strong, and the news are also been very good, news are also being factored. Even if the corona cases are like increasing, today morning only, like US has given a very good emergency services declaration for India, right? So those things are getting factored in the market, and today like most of the banking sectors, like he went under a huge short covering. Once upon a time, Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance was more than 9% up. Okay, so don't like feel too short in this market. Just open, have a view, very clear view. So tomorrow's view is very clear. If the market opens around 14,890, okay, it's now flat opening. I would say 30 points above, 30 points below, 40 points above, 40 points below. Don't go for a gap up or a gap down, huge gap up or a huge gap down. Okay, so the level is very clear. 14,890 is the level. Tomorrow we have only one condition. So what is the condition? I would say that Nifty, it should open flat. Okay, and what is the level? The level is very clear, 14,890. Okay, this is the area where we can buy in Nifty. Okay, this is the buy, and what targets we can achieve is, target is very good, that is 15,000. Okay, the first target will be 15,000 or 14,950. 14,950. So these are the two targets that is coming up from the screen. And if you see the stop loss, very clear, stop loss will be 14,800. Okay, just keep a stop loss over here, 14,800. So this is the stop loss we'll be planning for. Okay, so Nifty, just take a screenshot or anything so that you can be very clear. Only we will trade only for Nifty or Bank Nifty or whatever, only in these levels that we are coming up. Okay, so if you see, just clearly note down this level. Tomorrow we have only one condition, that is Nifty has to open flat, and if it cross 14,890, we'll go for a buy. The targets are very good, 14,950 and 15,150 points target we'll be getting. Okay, and the stop loss will be 14,800. Okay, that's very sure. So 14,800, why I have given? Because this is the trend line. Okay, you can mark your trend lines also on your chart, and as soon as the trend line breaks, you just exit your trade if you go for a buy. Okay, so keep it very clear. Let's come up to the Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty, if we see, it has given the similar type of rally. Bank Nifty opened flat around here in this part, and similarly, as we have discussed, it has given absolutely very good rally. Okay, it has opened near about this, and it has started moving up like this. Okay, so it has made very good price action and started moving up. Similarly, we'll mark the levels for Bank Nifty as well. Let us go and mark the Bank Nifty levels. This is the level for Bank Nifty that is coming up. 1 second. Yeah. So this is the level that is coming. So that is 33,764 is the level, while we'll be planning for buying. Selling, again, I would not prefer in Bank Nifty as well. So let us just write down the levels. It will be very clear. Okay, so here the level that is coming up is Bank Nifty should open flat and buy at 33,770 and above. 33,770 above, and it has to be flat. And targets, okay, targets we'll see in few minutes. Let's keep the targets for Bank Nifty. It is very interesting out here. So just let us wait for Bank Nifty. Okay, so this is the 15 minutes time frame that we have seen. Okay, so now let us change the time frame to some one hourly time frame or 1 day time frame to get some more levels. Okay, see, if we come to the hourly time frame, right? So this is our hourly time frame. So if you see here, the resistance for Bank Nifty is near about this point here. If you see, the first of all, previously Bank Nifty has taken support resistance over here. again it has taken resistance over here, again it has taken resistance over here, and now it is again moving towards the upside. So we'll get an immediate resistance over here, and that will be the resistance will be very weak, I would say, because it has tested like multiple time. First time it is tested, second time it is tested, third time. Now if a particular resistance is tested multiple time, obviously the breakout will be huge. So just wait for it. If you plan for buying, you can like sell, book your profits over here, or just hold the trade. Let's see what happens tomorrow in the market. According to the sentiments, you will move. But this is the level that is coming up. That is 34,263, or we can say 34,300 is the level. So let us just write down the levels. It will be easy for you. So 34,300 is the level, 34,300 is the target. So similarly, if you can keep like 150 points stop loss, okay, here SL I'm just giving 150 points, nothing else. Okay, let's make it very clear. So here also in Bank Nifty we have only one condition, that is Bank Nifty has to open flat, and you can buy only above 33,770, and the target should be 34,300, and the stop loss should be 150 points out here. Okay, similarly we have seen for hourly time frame for Bank Nifty. Let us just look on to the hourly time frame of Nifty as well. So if you see, Nifty has exactly the same thing. So this is the resistance that Nifty took for the first time. This is the particular resistance point, this is another resistance point, and now it is moving up. So Nifty can test this particular resistance again. Okay, so that is again on 15,050. See, I have not even plotted this particular time frames before, but see, the resistance is easily coming up from here. So this is the area where maximum call writing is done, so that the market, they are believing that the market will stay below 15,050. It should expire below. So the data wise, Nifty and Bank Nifty is very bullish. Okay, so once more I'm just sharing this particular levels. Nifty should open flat, 14,890 above we should buy, and the target should be 14,950 and 15,000, and similarly stop loss will be 14,800. For coming to Bank Nifty, the Bank Nifty target is around 33,770 and 34,300. Okay, so that is the levels, I would say. And one more thing, like many people are pinging me like what will happen if market opens in a gap up or a gap down. One thing, quick information I'm just giving you. Okay, that would be very useful for understanding. Okay, so wait one second. Yeah, so here let us understand one thing very clearly. See, market is all about like understanding a psychology of the buyers and the sellers, okay, and nothing else. Like technical analysis, it works 30-40%, I would say, but the more thing is believed on this particular psychology only. Trading is all about psychology of the things. So for example, just I'm asking you a very random question. A particular stock is moving in a range, okay, or maybe upside or a downside, whatever it is the price. So for example, here the price is 100 rupees or maybe 10 rupees, or let it consider as 100 rupees. So for example, here the price is 100 rupees, and tomorrow what happens, the market opens gap up, okay, and the price is now opened at 120 rupees. Okay, so just imagine one thing, you have bought the shares at 100 rupees and tomorrow morning only it is opening at 120 rupees. Okay, it is opening at 120 rupees. So don't you think that in a day, just in a overnight, you are getting 20 rupees profit? So what will happen? Obviously, the people who have bought at 100 rupees, immediately in the next morning in an overnight, without any trading session, if they get 120 rupees as the particular price of that particular stock, obviously they will start booking their profit, because it is a 20 rupees gain in a 100 rupees stock, right? So obviously markets will fall, because these particular people will be booking their profits, and there only most of the retail investors make a mistake. They will buy it here and they will see that the stock has opened like 4% up, 5% up, then it will come in an intraday and they will get panicked and close the position. Okay, so that is why we should not plan for a gap up and a gap down, because what we can do is, see, for example, here, right? Here what we were planning. So for example, this is Nifty, right? For example, just consider this is the price action of Nifty. So repeatedly we are planning only one thing, the market has to open flat and then only it will climb up to that particular level, right? Then only we'll make a like movement of this particular price actions and we'll get a profit. But if the market opens at this particular area, obviously some people will book the profits over there, right? So that time we have already lost our chance of getting the profit. That's why I always say, like, don't trade in a gap up or a gap down. Okay, so that's what, like, I will come up with a different video what happens with this gap up and the gap downs, how to like execute the trades over there, what to do, what not to do. So this is the levels that I have provided already, so kindly work on those levels and don't forget to like the videos and subscribe. So thank you everyone, have a good day.